Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Eddie here and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And for today's video, we have an absolute banger, I'm telling y'all. So before we even continue, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below as well as that notification bell. And just to get right into it, guys, we have none other than the Air Jordan 3 white cement in that reimagined iteration. And I have to say, guys, mad Jordan 3s has came out in the past like 12-13 years, but nothing, and I mean nothing, comes close to this. We had the 2011 white cements, which I personally had. The 2013 88s that they try to say look just like the 88s, and I'm gonna have to say not even close. The 2018 free throw line white cements with the gel bottom, icy blue bottom, not a fan. But this right here, this is going to be the closest thing that we have to the 1988 OG Air Jordan 3. And although it has some age details that some people may or may not like, I'm completely indifferent about them because it just fits the shoe like entirely and it just looks so awesome. I have to say, guys, this is going to be one of the best releases of 2023. I know we're like about 10 or 11 days, 12 days into January, but since I was able to get these early, big shout out to my brother Kickz R Us. Thank you so much, bro. This is absolutely unbelievable that I even have this pair 2 months early to even review. So again, guys, be sure to check out my brother Kickz R Us NYC on IG. He'll have everything you need. Trust me, credible guy, amazing guy, and all that type of stuff. So again, thank you, brother. Thank you for the love. And this just means, again, a lot to me, especially with this classic right here, guys. So before we even continue with the details of the shoe, let's start off with the box details. And as I mentioned before, the concept or iteration of this Air Jordan 3 is a reimagined. So it's completely similar to the Air Jordan 1 reimagined that just came out in November. So we do have, again, the kind of Air Jordan 3 OG box. However, there's gonna be some like distressing or age details on it just to make it look like, yo, this has been in the box in like a warehouse for like X amount of years and there's been like a lot of like replacements or like any type of stuff to damage it and all that type of stuff. So you can see that detail all over the box. And then we also have that Nike Air detail right there. And then when we look at the actual box itself, we do have, again, like that kind of Air Jordan 3 detail, but with some distressing on it. And then when we look at the wax tissue paper, we have it in the cement print, which I think looks really dope. And then that regular white print right inside of it. Next, we can focus on the sticker tag right there. And it reads off as Air Jordan 3 Retro, and the colorway shown is Summit White, Fire Red, and Black. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it true to size, but it's all good. So this is a size 12. However, with the Air Jordan 3, I always recommend going true to size. And that's what I anticipate to buy on March 11th, 2023, when I do get my pair. Anyways, guys, as you can see, like, I am super excited for this shoe. One more thing that I almost forgot to mention is the fact that it does come with this Air Jordan 3 card right here. And similar to the Air Jordan 2, you do get your specs on the details right there, which I think looks really good. So we do have the upper of the Air Jordan 3 with the cement print, the insole, what's in the air bubble unit, as well as the outsole and all those type of details. So I think this is a really nice touch as well, and just sticks to that kind of like OG model of the shoe. And then when looking at this Air Jordan 3, guys, there's not really much that I have to say that you guys don't already know. So the Air Jordan 3 is a staple within the sneaker community. This was actually, to me, way more hype than the Air Jordan 1s at one point. But even till now, the 3s were able to retain their hype, and I think the 3s actually have some of the most colorways that I've seen in these past like 10-12 years. Like, there's a lot of different iterations of the Air Jordan 3, but nothing comes close to the classic. So during his season of actually wearing his Air Jordan 3, other than not winning the championship, he won a lot. And when I say a lot, he won a lot. So he actually won an NBA All-Star Game MVP, an NBA Dunk Contest Championship, an NBA Steal Championship, the NBA Scoring Title, Defensive Player of the Year, and MVP. So obviously he had a lot of things going for him that year, and it just propelled him into that GOAT status. Because for him to even have done that during that era of like the GOATs, we talking about Magic, Isaiah, Larry, just so many GOATs during that time period, that Michael Jordan was actually able to get all these accolades during that time. Completely insane. That's absolutely unheard of, especially in today's time. So again, super special shoe for Jordan, but a very special shoe for the community as well, as I mentioned before. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much gonna conclude the history of the shoe. So now when focusing on the details, we're gonna start off with the toe box area right here. And as you guys can see, but maybe not feel, this leather is insane. Like, it's super soft to the touch. And what I really like about it is that it's tumbled, but it's not like OD like some of these past releases where the leather was just so tumbled. Something else to know, which I also saw in another review, is the fact that we do have this kind of like widow's peak cut right here, which is pretty interesting. And I'm assuming this is used for them to like cut out the same inserts accurately. One more thing that I really love about the shoe that it keeps it to the OG is the fact that we have the OG cement print. So instead of having that kind of like thicker, like darker cement print, we have more of that subtle thin line that goes through the mud guard itself, and I think that just looks really, really good in my opinion. Then when we go into the tongue area of the shoe, you can see that we have those perforated holes right there, and then we have these white laces right here. Next, when we look onto this side of the shoe, you can see that we have some red eyelets, and then when we go up, you can see that we have more of those perforated whole leather areas, and then we have some aged eyelets right there. Then when we go onto the top of the tongue area, I don't know if people are gonna like this, but it is true to the OG. Personally, I like the newer or retro version of the tongue more, because when you look at this area now, you can see that this is very true to the OG. The OGs, they never had it going over the tongue. So as you can see, you just see that all white leather cut. But on the retro models, you have that red puff cushioning that actually just like pops a little bit over it. So it gives the shoe a little bit more of a pop, but this gives it a more clean look. So again, it's not really like disappointing to me, but I'm just saying what I prefer. So now when focusing on the lateral side of the shoe, the same thing pretty much follows suit. So we just have that all white leather and that very nice touch feel. It just feels great, man. Like I just really love this shoe, man. And it might be some bias there, but who hates the Air Jordan 3? Let's be honest. So then when we also look at this lateral side, we do have some more black eyelets right there. Then we have more of that OG cement print, which again, I think looks really dope. And then we're getting into my favorite detail about the shoe, the Nike Air Check, man. It just looks so good. I know people are gonna complain about, hey, I wanna make sure that I age the shoe, don't pre-age the shoe for me. But on this specific model, it may sound biased, but this just looks amazing. Then we have some more perforated leather holes right there. Then when we focus onto the medial side, the same thing pretty much follows suit. So we have that all white leather, mud guard, OG cement prints, and all that type of stuff. So now let's focus on the midsole. So if you guys didn't know, the Air Jordan 3 was actually the first Air Jordan model to feature a visible air unit right there. So as you can see, we have that exposed air bubble, which looks really nice. Then we have that white, or for this model, the sail midsole area with that black hit to make it pop even more. And then when focusing on the medial side, the same thing pretty much follows suit on that midsole, so there's nothing much to say there. Then finally, when we look at the outsole of the shoe, you can see that we have this Nike logo right here in red, the all white gray details, and then we have some more traction pattern right there with a red hit to it, which I think looks really nice. And then again, we have that kind of like gray print on the top, and very similar to the Air Jordan 4, we do have those star details right there, which I think looks really great. And one more thing to note about this shoe is the fact that we do get a polyurethane insole, and that's very amazing for comfort. So these Air Jordan 3s are going to be very comfortable, as well as just feel great on the feet. So we do have this red insole right here with the Nike Air logo, as well as the size tag. And yeah, guys, I mean, this looks really great. So I'm going to go onto the right side of the shoe real quick, and the same thing pretty much follows suit, but we do have this OG hang tag right there. So other than that, y'all, that's going to conclude the details and the history of the shoe. So now let's get right into this on full look, alright? Y'all, so that's pretty much gonna conclude the review as well as the on full look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for y'all. Guys, like, this sneaker is insane. You could just tell by my enthusiasm throughout the whole video that I am super excited for March. It's just too fire, y'all. But before I conclude this video, again, huge shout out to my brother Kickz R Us NYC. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for the love and support as always. You know what to do, bro. And everybody else, again, be sure to support my guy. Hit him up. He will have the shoe that you want. I guarantee it. Like, I definitely guarantee it for y'all. And with that, guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and family and all that. And just keep doing what y'all doing to help push the YouTube algorithms and help my channel grow. I see all the love that you guys are giving me. Thank you so much. And hopefully you really enjoyed this review with this sneaker, man. Please let me know in the comment section down below if you guys enjoyed this early sneaker review. And other than that, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace.